this is the second part of that video that cut off. I'm going to finish it up because it's that important. Anyway, it's from Proverbs chapter 11, verses 1 through 31, and we stopped at 17. So I'm going to say 17 again, and then I'm going to finish it up. Verse 17, not chapter 17. It's chapter 11, and then verse 1 through 31, but we left off at verse 17. So I'm just going to reread 17 and then continue on to finish up this lesson, or for our message for today. The merciful man doth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a forward heart, abomination to the Lord. Excuse me, let me say that again. They that are of a forward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. Wow, that's deep. Where I come from in Iowa, my parents would, in the summertime, when I was growing up, they'd send me to stay in the country. I would be sponsored in the summer, and I'd go stay on a farm in the summer, and the hogs were up closer to the house. Their pen was up closer to the house, and they had quite a lot. They had a big old barn. But they treated the hogs different than they did the cattle. The cattle, they would just open up the gates for the fence and let them, they'd walk on out to pasture wherever they was going to eat. But the swines, they had to keep them close. They kept them close because they had to tend to them. They'd fight sometimes, bite each other. They'd bite their young, and sometimes they would fight. But sometimes even though they were stinky, some days they were stinkier than normal. When they were stinky, when they had their stinky days, we called them swine. That's deep. What the Lord is saying, what the heavenly hosts are saying is deep. I'm going to repeat this. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. The desire of righteousness is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of each that selleth it. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him. We got to do more for these farmers too. You know, We're sending all our food everywhere else but here. Then all these rich, mega rich people buying up all the land. You're not doing. What are you doing with it? You just said none. Why? When there's people that could be fed. You could turn them into corporate farms if you wanted to be greedy. Even that. You know? Just greed. People tell stories about population and all this and that. If there's less than 500 million people in the United States, you mean to tell me our government couldn't take $1 million and give $1 million to each person, each citizen? I'm using that as an example. But you can take billions of dollars and send it overseas. Who's getting the money? For what? Why are we sending our money over there? Why? When you got people right here suffering, you know, food problems, shortages, this, that, and the other. This shouldn't be like that. Turning our backs on farmers, sending our food wherever else, instead of feeding the people that's right here in this country first, then everybody else. It's common sense. Where is the common sense? Those people don't care anything about most Americans. Why are we sending all our dollars over there? To people that could care less about us, you know? If we can help somebody that appreciates us, great. But if they don't, why? There ought to be some conditions. What about the citizens? What about these poor people right here in this United States suffering? And everybody's going, oh, well, I guess what you're going to do, you raise the percentage rates up. Now, come on, people, okay? Y'all need to be ashamed for yourself for that. Nobody's dumb. You're not dumb. You're economists. You need to really feel bad for yourself for that. You really should. And then you get on TV with all that bull crap. Just talking. Telling lies to us. You squander our money. But you got enough money to send up outside of this country? But the people right here that you got out with, nah. But you can send it overseas, though, or wherever. God is watching. You don't think you're gonna have to account for everything all of us do. Not just us, you too. Rich people, witches, warlocks, and their interns. You're evil. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him. You don't think it ain't coming for you? If you wasn't doing the right thing, sowing the right seeds? You all harassing innocent people out here. You're wasting money harassing innocent people when you're letting the bad guys run them up, doing whatever, terrorizing everybody. But that's okay. Terrorize those innocent people. Just get them. That's what it seemed like. When innocent people coming to you saying the bad guys bothering us, the bad guys bothering us. Where are you? You don't care. But you care about sending our money overseas somewhere. I'm going to talk about you. These people are suffering. They are suffering, and you all are sitting on your buns acting like it's not. Or they're not. It could visit you now. Don't think it can't. Don't think you're so above everything that you can't be, that God won't come and reach and touch you. He's telling you what is in store for folks. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of the heart. The wise of heart. Let me say that again. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind. Hello, tornadoes. Hello, hurricanes. And the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. We all need to be praying that God doesn't touch us where we're at, because he can do it. He can bring all of that to where we're at. If he can't get you on the ocean, he can get you on the land with the tornadoes or the whatever. People can say whatever they want to me about it. I can say what I want. It's not her. It's not a lie. God is trying to shake all of our cages to come back to him. It doesn't mean you got to be perfect. It don't mean you can't have fun. It means you need to be decent and stop tearing people up. Stop messing people over. Nobody's perfect. We all like to do too much sometimes. But have a limit. Don't try to hurt nobody with it. Don't try to ruin people for nothing. Just ruining people for no reason. Because you think you can and you think it's cute. Oh, it's not always cute. Because sometimes you have to face that. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of the heart. The wise of heart, The fruit of the righteousness is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. Now, everybody sins and falls short. Repent, that's all. Just ask God, just ask forgiveness when you mess up. That's all. Ain't nobody perfect. Nobody's telling you to be perfect. Another thing before I end this is that, a lot of you folks out here, you marry people, and you people in these committed relationships or whatever together, you all need to be ashamed of yourself, because you have you vow with these open relationships, and that's an agreement between you two. And then you go out and you meet people who are single, and you pretend like you are single and you're not. And you lie to people like that. You lie to people and pretend you're single. And you bring back a lot of confusion to people that don't want to be involved in all kinds of madness, multi-relationships, people with multi-partners and all that old stuff. Some people don't want to go through that, don't want to be in situations like that. When y'all make up, then you go against the people that you pretended you were single with and try to destroy them because you're jealous. But you stepped outside of your relationship to pretend like you were single when you was discontent in your relationship. You're ruining people like that. You need to stop that. It makes it hard for people who are legitimately single and decent, dragging us through the mud when it's your fault for perpetrating. Then you call people the home wreckers. No, you're the home wrecker having open relationships. Y'all need to stop that. And all you single people running after these married people and people in committed relationships, stop that. If you know they are, don't do that. That's not right either. I'm just saying. It's causing a lot of confusion. And those of us who are decent, we try to not be honest to people and all of that. And, and we get knocked in the head because people are being deceivers. You know, that's a lot going on, but this world, a lot of this is because of our own making, all of it. You know, it is. You know, and not having any boundaries. I mean, you know, I know one thing. I've always been like I should be, but I bet you one thing, I changed. I changed that. I'm not going to do it. If I, you know, feel somebody's not being, you know, on the up and up, I'm not even going to deal with them because I'm legitimately single and I love God. And people portraying themselves like they love God and they're so decent. And you find out, come to find out, you know, a few weeks later, months later, they're scoundrels. Years later, they might not show you the real stuff for years. Then all of a sudden, pow, the mask fall off. There's a lot of people that got to account for a lot of stuff. Everybody's blaming everybody but them. I blame me. It don't end with me. It starts with me. That's why I'm going to try to be better. I'm going to work every day to be better. I fall short sometimes, sure. I get lonely. I'm a human. I get lonely sometimes. Yeah, I do. But I'm trying to be stronger about stuff. But when I mess up, I mess up. I say I messed up. I'm not trying to go after somebody else's partner like that. That I don't respect people like that. But you all shouldn't do that to a single person either. And you lie to us and tell us you're single. That's just wrong. Anyway, I'm cooking, so anyway, I wanted to finish up the other part of this video. But anyway, have a good evening.